Hey guys, welcome to Ready Up. My name is Joshua Davis, and I'm joined by Mr. Tyler Bearce,
Hello.
who is the game designer for War vs. World. You guys probably saw him before when we revealed the War vs. World Desert Borderlands map. He's the designer that's predominantly been working on that alongside Tirza, our environment artist. So anyways, the feature of the week was auto upgrades, and what are we calling that? Does it have a name?
I mean, it's still the upgrade system in World v. World. They just happen automatically now. So, internally, we've been calling them auto upgrades, but player-facing, it's still...
Yeah, so it's a huge quality of life change. So we'll be stepping through basically what that system means, what are the impacts, and then it kind of breaks down into, when we... a little bit more granular. It's going to be War vs. World auto upgrades, so we'll go over that system. We're going to talk about the rankability rework, and we'll also be talking about the waypoint changes that are going to come with this as well, which we don't actually think were notated in the blog, but we're going to cover for you guys today.
That's new.
Some other stuff real quick before we get rolling. So, if you guys log into the game right now, the Call of the Mist buff is active. Uh-oh.
That's pro.
This is my first time doing this. I'm sorry, guys.
Did they hear anything you said there? You have to start from the beginning.
I don't know. We're just going to pretend that the whole thing. So, what was I just talking about?
Call the Mist buff.
Yeah. So if you guys log into the game right now, the Call the Mist buff is active. So that's going to be increased reward try progress, rank gain, and magic find in PvP. This is to kind of celebrate Tournament of Legends this weekend, which is happening. So if you tune into twitch.tv/digitalprosports tomorrow and next Saturday, we have Tournament of Legends happening for NA and EU, 128 teams per region, pretty cool stuff. Even if you guys aren't interested in playing that, you should definitely hop into PvP and experience that. So there's that. And I guess we can jump into auto upgrades. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. One other note real quick, actually, I take that back. One other note before we get going. At the very end of the show, I will be showing off some Dragonhunter in PvP stuff. I had Hugh Norfolk help me out there.
That's true.
So we're going to show me Duncan Kim playing Dragonhunter.
Yeah.
Pretty cool stuff. But first, let's get through the auto upgrades.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to show off this really handy-dandy PowerPoint that I made because I'm really good at PowerPoints.
That's beautiful.
Look at this. It's so awesome.
Wow.
So I want to start off by talking about exactly why did we do the upgrade system? Like, what are we gaining here?
Yeah, so there were, with the existing upgrade system, there were a few points of conflict, like it cost gold, and players would have to pay for that, and it didn't feel fair because, right, one guy would pay for all the upgrades and no one else would help, right? So we got rid of the gold cost, so gets rid of that point of conflict. The other thing is we got rid of the supply cost for upgrades, and that was a point of conflict because players would be spending supply from the keep building trebuchets or repairing the walls or whatever, and then that would delay the upgrade, and then people start shouting at each other in map chat, that kind of thing. Similarly, you used to be able to choose which upgrade you wanted, and there was generally like one or two things you always wanted first, like you were either going for a waypoint first or you're going to upgrade the walls first. And then but a random person could upgrade, hire a merchant or something, right? And then that delays the other upgrades, and then that's another point of conflict. So
we've removed the ability to make bad choices.
Yeah, exactly.
Too. Okay, cool. So actually, I got a little example over here on the right side. So this is actually what you'll see in game. So there's no crazy interface for it now because it's all kind of happening on its own now. So if you look over on the right side of the screen where your events normally show, you'll be able to see the progress of the objective, right?
Correct. Yeah. There's a timer. It says which tier it's trying to progress to and the different things that you'll unlock at that tier. And the tiers are organized roughly the same as they are on live now, whereas like if you've seen the existing upgrade UI, there'd be like 4 boxes across, and they'd be like upgrade walls, get merchants, new guards, and stuff like that. But the whole row now unlocks at the same time rather than each box individually.
All right, so we talked about upgrades now happen automatically over time. We'll break down the time to each upgrade. In the next couple slides, we've got a little table that kind of sorts out what upgrades go where and how long it takes. I guess the other big change here is that Doliacs are going to reduce the upgrade time for objectives.
Correct. And this was just a compromise to keep upgrades happening automatically, but also still make Doliacs important. So you still want to defend Doliacs and get them to your objectives to get them upgraded at a reasonable time.
Alrighty, and then the last part is sentries impair Doliac movement speed. So this obviously factors into how fast your upgrade, how fast your upgrades happen, right?
Correct.
So this is kind of more important now to defend those Doliacs and kind of guide them through, making sure that kind of your lanes are clear.
Yeah, yeah. So as we've talked about in previous blogs and maybe even in the Borderlands streams, the sentries do the throw bolus thing. If they hit a Doliac, that actually puts a 5-minute cripple on the Doliac each time they get hit with that. So that significantly impairs the amount of time it takes for a Doliac to get to an objective. And once it gets to a keep, that's when the Doliac respawns. So the longer it takes to get to the objective, the longer you have to wait before a new Doliac even spawns to start pathing again. Yeah, that's
all right, cool. It. All right, so sorry a little bit about the actual upgrade tiers here. So we broke them all down by objective. And I think the first thing we want to explain here on the right side is this time to complete. And it might look like it just takes 40 minutes total to do this, but how does that work?
So as soon as you flip the objective, the timer for the first tier starts, so that'll be 20 minutes. And once that completes, then the second timer starts, and that's a 40-minute timer. So that would be a full hour to upgrade a supply camp. And supply camps don't get Doliac shipments, so they don't get their timers reduced. That's part of the reason we went with the system as opposed to like the upgrades happen only when Doliacs arrive at the objective because the Doliacs just spawn at the camps, right? Yeah, so supply camps have shorter timers because Doliacs don't ship there, basically.
That makes sense. Ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah, if you look at the upgrades, they're basically the same. We did move, get rid of the double shipment of supply there.
Okay. All right, so towers. So one thing that was from the first one, so only supply camps have 2 tiers of upgrades. Everything else will have the full 3?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I mean, so that's how it is even on live right now. Supply camps only have 2 tiers. Anyway, so towers, these are 40, 80, and 120 minutes. So it's like 4 hours to fully upgrade if it doesn't get any Doliac shipments. And then it's more like 2 hours, depending on exactly how far the tower is from a camp, if Doliacs are arriving regularly. I don't think we've made any significant changes to towers as far as which upgrades are available, though. So these are basically the same. We've reduced supply hold size across the board. We also reduced the amount of supply Doliacs delivered to objectives because you don't need to spend this supply on upgrades anymore. So we just want to normalize the amount of supply that's available. Keeps, again, really similar to towers, same times to complete. They have bigger supply holds. They have mostly the same upgrades. The one major difference you'll notice is at Tier 3, there's no longer a waypoint unlock, and we'll talk about that later.
All right. One question I saw in chat earlier, and it's actually on Reddit as well. There's a question, it might have been addressed in the blog, but I'm not sure. Do all these changes apply to not only the new Borderlands map, but also EB and the old Borderlands maps?
Correct.
Okay. Good to know. All right, and Stonemist.
Okay, Stonemist, basically the same as Keep, same times to complete, bigger supply hold, and Stonemist actually does still have a waypoint at Tier 3.
Okay. All right, so I believe, let's talk a little bit about waypoints. And so this wasn't actually covered in the blog, so this
Correct.
Is kind of some new information here.
Yeah.
And I'll let you take it away.
So if you played Edge of the Mist, the waypoints are going to act a little bit more like the Edge of the Mist waypoints, where in Edge of the Mist, everyone has a starting spawn waypoint that can't be contested. That's always available to your team. But there is a waypoint at the keep nearest to your spawn point, and that's only available to your team and only if your team controls that objective and the objective is not under attack or anything. So we basically sort of applied that to the existing maps, Eternal Battlegrounds and the Borderlands. So in EB, the waypoints at the keeps, like on the north side of the map, the red keep is now a red keep only waypoint. So blue team can take the north keep, but blue team can never use that waypoint. And red team can't use it while blue team controls it. But as soon as red team takes their keep back, they immediately have access to the waypoint. They don't have to upgrade their keep to gain access to it.
So what is the entire thought behind doing it this way?
Basically, waypoints often felt either, specifically the upgradable, capturable waypoints, either felt too weak, like they weren't in play because none of the objectives were getting upgraded, or they felt too strong, where one team was steamrolling the whole map. They had every keep, they've unlocked every waypoint, and now they can teleport to the map and have massive control. It was just really snowbally, so this helps to normalize it, right? Like, as long as you own your keep, it's just a quicker way to get back into the fight. And if enemies can still deny you that waypoint, but they can't use it to teleport to your base and spawn camp you whenever they feel like it, kind of thing. The Borderlands are probably the most changed in the sense that because we want the Borderlands to give home team advantage, we didn't want the Bay and Hills keeps, the East and West keep waypoints, to be available to the two invading teams on the south side of the map. So we actually moved those waypoints out of the keeps and into the two southern towers in the corners. And in EB, the Stonemist waypoint is the same. It's still actually capturable once you upgrade it to Tier 3 through auto upgrades. Then any team can use it. And we just want to make Stonemist still like a powerful, cool thing if you're able to control Stonemist for a while.
Okay, so Stonemist will be the only one that you'll be able to upgrade to get a waypoint.
Yeah.
So it'll be the only one that you won't have by default.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Assuming that your base is
Yes.
in your control.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready to move on to the ability changes?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right. Boom. Fancy PowerPoint. Transition.
Bam. Okay, so...
Before you jump into these specific changes that
Yeah.
we did here, tell me a little bit about why these changes happened
Yeah.
and what kind of the goals were for the system.
So there's a few things. We wanted to lower the barrier of entry to Worldly World. In the current system on Live, if you're a new player, you want to get into Worldly World, especially if it's your first character, you're not even level 80 yet, you're rank 1, everyone else, not everyone, but like a large percentage of players that have been playing actively every day have the 230 points sunk in to get the applied fortitude and applied strength buffs that just makes them, so much stronger than a new player, and it's not a very fair feeling. We didn't really think those abilities were even that good for Worldly World in the first place, and so we wanted to get rid of that. At the same time, we were thinking, well, let's also, if we're getting rid of that, now the guard lines are way too weak because 5% extra damage to guards is not enough. Reducing damage by 5% is also not enough. So we were like, we should make that stronger. So we doubled it. That was a safe change, but definitely still an improvement. It might not be strong enough still. Maybe it needs to be 20% for it to be more reasonable. We also, some of the lines, well, most of the lines had very different point costs. We wanted to normalize it so it was easier to understand how much a full line was going to cost if you invested rank points into it. And then we reduced some of the total point costs because if you were starting out the 1,000 hours of playtime to unlock many of the abilities, just was a really daunting experience, especially like some of the abilities were like, it needs 75 points before you get unlocked the next tier, right? And that's, 50, 75 hours, depending on how well you're playing and with what buffs. That's pretty big.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So one of my questions, I guess, for this is, so we recently announced that we'll be doing some public stress testing with the new Desert Borderlands map. Will these changes be seen in that test, specifically the auto upgrades?
Yeah, auto upgrades will be in that test.
Cool. All right, good to know. All right, so I think that kind of wraps up most of the World vs. World stuff we had to talk about. Was there anything else you wanted to throw in or anything you wanted to cover real quick?
No, I think that pretty much covers it.
All right, cool. So that kind of details the entirety of, I guess, this feature that we wanted to talk about this week, which is the World vs. World auto upgrade system and the ability system changes. I'll also mention a little bit about the waypoints. The other part of the show I want to talk about today is we have a little bit of Dragonhunter action that I wanted to show off. And this is an idea that I had last week. So we've done reveals on specializations. We've done a couple of them. So we've done Dragonhunter, we've done Chronomancer, we've done Reaper. And I had the thought that it might be cool to show off these specs a little bit more in depth, maybe show them in play. A lot of times when we do the reveals, we'll kind of show us attacking like a dummy, or kind of just doing some,
But
showing
you're
skills
playing against
off.
Hugh. Is it really that much more than a dummy?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Hugh,
also
I'm sorry.
it's also true. So anyways, so what we did is I set up some, I guess some situations where me and Hugh, I'm basically showing off what the Dragonhunter is capable of in its current iteration. And we also got some duels against Hugh, who unfortunately couldn't be here today. We did record this yesterday or the day before, but he's out on vacation or something.
Yeah.
Whatever he's doing.
Slacker.
So anyways, we're going to go over those duels. So the first video that we're going to show off is actually a video of Hugh is playing Thief, which I'm going to do a massive disclaimer here. There's a couple of different disclaimers. First of all, I actually instructed Hugh not to attack back. This is really could have been any profession. We just wanted to show some of the combos that are possible with Dragonhunter. A lot of the combos we're going to be showing off are really kind of Meditation Guardian combos. The build I'm going for is very much a Meditation Guardian build. I'm using Longbow, though, also with Hammer. And I'll talk about the build here in a couple of minutes. But basically, these are just some situations that might happen in like a Conquest map where you might encounter a Dragonhunter and what they might do to you. So before we jump into that video, just a quick run over of the build. So my Guardian is right now is a Dragonhunter Virtues Valor build. So in Valor, he's taking Smiter's Boon, which is when you heal, you proc Smite Condition,
Oof.
which is amazing.
That's really strong.
It's super strong. You actually will see a duel where I beat Hugh because of it. Strength in Numbers, which is the AoE Toughness. To me, it's probably the best choice in that tier in terms of what I'm trying to accomplish with the Dragonhunter, the DPS build. And then obviously Monk's Focus for the Meditation Guardian bonuses, right? In Virtues, I'm taking Unscathed, which is 20% damage with Aegis. Absolute Resolution, which is going to be my AoE support with my Virtue Resolve. And Indomitable Courage, which is going to be my Stun Break and Stability, which still does work with the F3 in Dragonhunter, even though there is a cast time. And lastly, in Dragonhunter, I'm taking Soaring Devastation, which is a AoE Immobilize and flat damage when you use your F2, which is pretty slick, in my opinion. And you'll see the true power of it here in a couple minutes, because it's pretty good.
That sounds crazy strong.
It is fairly strong.
Okay.
Tyler.
It's balanced.
It's
These numbers are not final.
Thank you for the disclaimer.
Yeah. Someone has to say it every stream, right?
Yeah. Hugh was our test dummy, and the numbers aren't final. Those are two of our disclaimers. Obviously, in the Master tier, I'm taking True Shot, which grants stability when I use my True Shot skill on Longbow. And then my Grandmaster is going to be Big Game Hunter, which is 15% damage currently when I use Spear of Justice, and also applies vulnerability. So the last disclaimer again, guys. So this first video we're going to show you is just Hugh playing a.
Don't spoil the video.
I don't think Hugh even has an amulet on. I couldn't tell, but he's actually not attacking back. We're just kind of showing off some combos here. So we'll kick the video off, and I'll give a little commentary over what I'm actually doing in these videos here. All right, here we go. So the first setup here, I'm just gonna go on point. I've got 4 traps because I'm awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna drop all 4 traps on point.
Yeah.
And then what we're simulating is that Hugh is a thief in a game, and he thinks he's really cool.
Yeah.
And he's gonna try to get the jump on me when I'm standing a guarding a point. As a note, you probably shouldn't stand a guard a point all day long. If you're in a conquest match, that is probably not a very good use of your time. But for the sake of simulation, we're gonna do it anyways. So as you can see, Hugh's gonna trip my traps. He's gonna get the revealed on it because he teleports in, and then I'm gonna land a mighty blow on him for a small amount of damage. Because he does have the 25 stacks of full.
I mean, you said you told him not to attack, but let's be honest, he wouldn't have even had the opportunity to there.
Yeah, it's true. So the next one, I think I'm going to lead in with Spear of Justice here. He's going to pop my Aegis because he's a jerk. I think it's the right one. Yeah, we go. Pops my Aegis, I lose 20% damage. I'm going to lead with Spear of Justice, go in with my F2, hit my Smite Condition for the Fury, and then land a Mighty Blow. And that's going to put Hugh into downstate.
Wow, vaporized.
All right, so the last one here, I'm going to, maybe it's not the last one, I'm going to use my Elite Skill Dragon's Maw with the Judge's Intervention to get in there. It's going to trigger the trap right away. He's going to get caught in that CC and then kind of melt. We got the last one here. The last one here is going to be a Spear of Justice with my True Shot combo, which is kind of like a kill shot. I'm going to leap in with my Wings of whatever they're called, immobilize him, and then finish up with the damage there.
Virtue? I don't know.
Virtue of Resolve. Whatever. Wings of Resolve.
Yeah.
Last one here is showing off, I believe, the CC combo that you can kind of land. So Guardian has really good point control. We've got the F5 skill, which is going to do the ring around him. He's also got the ring 5 on the hammer, and the Dragon's Maw, which is going to be, if you land them correctly, it's going to be a chain CC of about 12 seconds or so.
Yeah.
So pray that you have some stability or some teleports that are available.
I think Guardian's going to be my new main, just watching this video.
But yeah, so these are just some common combos you can do. Again, this is not super hardcore. Hugh trying, obviously, was gracious enough to just kind of take it for me. He's kind of a boss. So anyways, the next video here is going to be a little bit more... don't play yet. No, not yet.
Spoilers.
The next video here is going to be a little bit more of Hugh trying. So in this video, it's going to be Hugh playing Hambo Warrior. Of course, he was very well known for his Hambo, and he will be doing. He's playing Zerk Amulet. So this build's actually really strong again. Hambo is going to be. It's coming back. It's coming back, boys. Since you can now take 3 full trait lines, you can actually pick up a lot of cool stuff, and it's totally going to be extremely viable. So as we had some Hambo versus Hambo duels here. I cut out all the ones I lost except for one. But anyways, it's a pretty cool video, so let's go ahead and play that here, and I'll give a little commentary over on this.
The meta is really changing at an alarming rate.
Nice. Thank you for that. Yeah. So a lot of what happened in these duels with me and you is that we kind of do a little bit of range action back and forth. I would just pop my F3 when I got smart about it, and it would actually help me. Basically, it would force him to switch into hammer mode, obviously, because he couldn't keep ranging me down.
It's Hambo versus Hambo.
It is. It's Duel of the Fates, man. I tried to go for my immobilize there. I missed it because he was line of sighting there. He's going to catch me with a combo here. I'm going to use my stun break and try to escape a little bit here. I'm going to lay my trap down. I believe it's this one. Maybe not. Oh, no. I yellow swag and true shot him in the face there. I'm getting really low here, though. So I'm going to pop down my trap now. He's going to leap into it with the Earthshaker. It's going to trap him there. He's actually going to get hit by that CC.
Then you're going to miss your shot entirely.
I did miss the shot entirely. Another disclaimer is I'm using a really bad mouse.
Yeah.
So don't judge me.
Mouse.
Yeah. So he immediately switching into hammer here because he knows he can't range me there because I got that shield up. So he's going to try to hit me here. I'm going to try to kite him around a little bit, try to get away from the damage here. We go get the ring down. This is actually a misplay by Hugh, though. He's going to switch into hammer right here when I have that ring down. He's going to try to leap into it. It's actually going to let me land my Spear of Justice, which allows me to get a little bit of damage combo off onto him here. Get my Dragon's Maw down one more time. And he's going to get caught in there. He's going to blow his stability to try to get out of that.
That tree is really in an unfortunate position.
The tree is probably the strongest opponent I had here. No offense to you, I'm sorry. So I'm going to yellow swag the true shot into his face there. Again, the true shot does currently root you, so you have to be very confident that you want to use it, but the payoff is that there's a lot of damage that comes out of it, obviously.
Your opponent loses.
Yeah, except this is the one I lost.
What?
So I felt that it would be nice of me to put a losing video in here.
Were you AFK in this video?
I didn't want to, Hugh really helped out here.
Sure.
So, anyways, I catch Hugh with the hammer combo there, get the ring down, get the knockback on him as well. So actually some pretty good damage coming out here early game. I'm going to try to get that. I got my spear down. Oh, so what's going on here? Can't see what's going on. There we go. Mark's playing with buttons over there. So I think this might be the duel that I kind of dunked him on. Let's see. He gets me with a pin down because I'm bad. Try to use my Wings of Resolve. This build I'm using, again, is using Virtue, so I have actually a lot of support there and a lot of Connie Cleanse. There's 2 different variations of the build that I've been playing with the Hammer Meditation. I'm leaning towards this one just because it's more viable, at least currently in Conquest of Stronghold. This is really good, though. I get him with the knockback. I land the Spear of Justice for the extra 50% damage. Leap in with the mighty blow. And rest in pieces.
Yeah.
Rest in pepperonis. Anyway, so these are just some typical duels we got going on here, guys. I will, this is like my 5th disclaimer. I'm not a Guardian main, so I did my best here with what I could with the bad mouse.
I think you made a good showing.
I tried to. This might be the one where I kill him. So you can see I use the heal there. It's going to proc my Smite condition as my passive. I hit him with the Immobilize here. I get the ring down. He's got Endure Pain up right now, though, so I'm trying not to do any damage on it until it drops off. I get him down with the F5 there. I try to leap in. I whiff it really badly. Really badly. But I do yellow swag.
Doesn't matter.
Statue of Liberty with the true shot there, and I was able to take him out. So I think we'll. Is this the first one again, or is this? Maybe not. There we go. So he was going to try to range me down again. I'm going to use the shield there, force him to come in with that hammer. There he goes. I'm able to dodge that there though, because I'm a beast. Hit him with that Immobilize. Here goes the big damage combo. Again, the Immobilize right now is a 3-second Immobilize. That might change because 3 seconds is pretty long. But it was a pretty good combo that you can land there. Here goes the ring one more time. So right now he's actually popped. It looks like he double stanced, so I just try to range him out because there's no point for me to stay in melee range when I can't do any damage to him. It was really close duels though. I actually had a lot of fun with these. We did a lot more that you guys can't see, just because some of them, one of us either messed up really badly or vice versa. But
running the black wings on your character is a really nice touch.
yeah, it's automatically made me much more powerful than him. So
enhances the flying around that
does.
you're doing.
It definitely does.
Doesn't even seem like you're playing a guardian. You've got so much mobility right now. It's crazy.
But yeah, we learned a lot of cool stuff from this, though. There's a couple bugs that we identified and some balance things that we identified as well that have been helpful to the dev team. But in general, a lot of fun there. So the idea is that I'll be doing this probably every time we have a ready up. I'll be showing off a different profession. If we haven't shown off, or if we haven't done a new reveal on one, I might go back and do some elite spec versus elite spec. But the idea is that we just want to show these professions off in a little bit more of a PvP environment, someone actually trying to play them in a duel or in a match. I think ideally I'd be playing these in stronghold matches or maybe a conquest match, so I'll probably do that for next time. Unfortunately, just didn't have enough time with Hugh being out and whatnot, so we're doing that next time. So hopefully you guys like this. If you want to leave feedback, I'm open to it. If you guys want to see, I'm sure you guys want to see things we haven't released yet, but unfortunately I'm bound to our reveal schedule. So anyways, if there's a certain matchup you guys want to see, I'm more than happy to do it for you guys. I avoided Chronomancer at the beginning because I'm not a great Mesmer and I wanted to take time to practice. But so for right now, I'm open to doing either Reaper or Chronomancer for the next one. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. As a reminder, the Call of Mist buff is up this weekend, so please jump into PvP and check that out. Also, if you guys are around tomorrow, the Tournament Legends stream will be on twitch.tv/digitalprosports. I was sure they'd love to have you guys there spectating. There are llamas available for viewers. Select viewers, there'll be some giveaways. And of course, if you guys would like to participate, you can jump onto the forums and find out all about this event and also future events. I believe the signups for NA are still active, so you can still get in. There's still time. There's still time.
Yes.
You reminder, you do need 27 llamas to get the maximum hype llama, so you got a ways to go. Anyways, guys, that's all I've got this week. So again, I'd like to thank Mr. Tyler Bearce for coming on, hanging out with me with the World vs. World stuff, also for Dragonhunter. Obviously, always love when T-Bear can Shrek Hugh when he's not around. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. You can tune in next week, same time, same place for the next live stream that we'll have. And we'll see you next week.